stream start.
Mute.
Hello, chatters.
Hi.
Hello.
It's Bird.
Jonas, you've been bopped. You now need to go back in time and fix things so Boxer never bopped you in the first place.
Okay. Should I use a phone book, a phone box, a police box, a car, a cool steampunk thing? I mean, there's so many choices.
Hot tub.
Yeah, I was gonna say hot tub.
There you go.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I
Man,
was gonna say
this
the
game
same
looks
thing.
janky.
Yeah, it's about 12 years old. No, more than that. It's about.
I mean, this
13
was
years old.
also during the low part of Telltale's career when they were sort of just throwing these out as quickly as they could for as many IPs as they could.
Yeah.
You be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity.
God, it all
availed
just
itself
makes me
and
think about
Sang
magic.
like a canary.
I
The
prefer
Gathering?
to think of it as
Yeah.
exhibiting an admirable sense of
Especially with the
self-preservation.
video that Ristic Studies put up today, where he was talking about the frames of different things, and he was just like, "Why are there 9 different versions of every card in every set now? Like, what happened?"
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah,
Why not?
'cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You
Thanks.
seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry. Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even kid doesn't know. Stuff that curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just cheeses me off, you know?
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Is the stuttering on the streaming side or is the game just like that?
That's on the
That's
stream
only on
side.
Discord.
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a pass at me.
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Is that
Is
Trixie?
that a moose?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out the audio, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
The Taco Griff. If I'm paying for Prime in the first place, does this still count as taking money away from Bezos to give it to you? A question for the philosophers, I suppose.
It absolutely counts.
Yes.
All right. Stick to the man.
You are still paying the same amount, but now Bezos has to make an additional payment directly into Rick's wallet.
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
That's a good thing these things never caught on. Trixie sure got some nice, antlers. This is definitely something Edna wouldn't approve of. You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Edna just wasn't there in that scene.
Oh, no. What are you doing with a dirty
amazing.
postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Audie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Oh my god, she swears fealty to the crown! Get her out of here!
Let's talk.
And McFly is being extremely underhanded this chapter,
Trixie?
even more so than usual.
I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed Betty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But we
up...
gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlor Maid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit
Sounds
back
like
and watch the
Telltale
third
writing more than the
line.
movie's style.
Yeah.
When they get to the puzzle parts, yes, it's very Telltale dialogue-y. But the incidental dialogue's pretty good.
I brought Emmett's photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo. How about the furs and the diamond?
I'll get him to you. Voila!
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it. Now bring me those furs and we'll be in business.
They're stuck tight in this tar.
I get it out of the tar.
Ugh, I hope this stuff doesn't get stains all over my guitar.
Motor oil. I don't know.
Don't want to get that covered in any messy oil. Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but
Beg
it
pardon?
wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
I'm working on it. Now bring me those furs, and we'll be in business.
I'm back.
And I'm busy. Make yourself at home, though.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the week since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter? I thought you were working on some sort of rocket car.
Oh, the rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable, as that incident with Einstein proved. By the way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
Your machine does all that?
Not yet. Frankly, right now the whole thing's just a gussied up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course.
I wonder why they would bring up edible complexes.
Anyway. Did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
Oh, he knows this thing doesn't really work the way that he describes.
what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
What do you say we take a break for a couple of hours and go see a movie?
A couple of hours?
Actually, it may be more like 70 minutes.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and...
I get it, you're busy. How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
He's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
Are you sure Edna's the right woman for you?
What do you mean?
Don't you
Father
think she's
was
a
never
little
mentioned in the movies,
controlling?
was he?
Controlling?
I don't think
Edna?
so.
No. She's just giving me a little much-needed guidance. Before I met her, I was such a flibberty-gibbet, always getting distracted by the slightest stray idea.
But now, thanks to Edna, I stay focused on the task in front of me, like a narrowband stream of stimulated photon emissions.
Of course, I have absolutely no idea what the plot of the games has been so far.
You know, I feel like Doc's father was mentioned in like one newspaper that was in the first movie.
Oh, you might be right.
I know they mentioned the Brown estate.
Yeah. And I think in the third movie, Doc mentioned that his father changed their name when they came to America. It was originally it was Von Braun.
Was that his father or his grandfather?
I'm not sure now. Shit. Hold on, I'm
Isn't she
googling
a
it.
little cold?
Don't let the schoolmarm exterior fool you, buddy. Edna's got enough warmth to raise a liter of water from 0 to 100 degrees centigrade. Know what I mean?
I kind of wish I didn't. I don't know. I just think Edna might be a little dangerous.
Oh, I agree.
You do?
Like all independent women, she's a danger to the patriarchal status quo. That's one of the things I love about her. She shakes things up.
You have no idea. I just think you should be careful, that's all.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll be fine.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
It was his father who immigrated and changed his name. Changed the family name.
Okay.
No.
Hey, Emmett, you need a snack?
Desperately. What is it?
Some sort of algae cake. It's supposed to be nutritious.
Oh, I've heard of these. Oh, they better be really nutritious.
See, I would have thought you were going to show him the picture of Trixie.
I still got some work to do. Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
That was an
cleanser doesn't
awkward
seem
lore drop.
very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
Just need to,
What the hell is that?
What?
An
Sorry,
object that is
I thought
time
I saw
sensitive
tarantula.
in a time
in this
travel
game. In the time travel game.
Go fig.
I still got some work to do.
If Stoker had been here, he would have commented on the clothes destroying enzyme.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
He would have
What?
been like, wait,
I
how do
was
we
just
make that? How do
thinking
we
about
hit
the
it
future.
right
All
now?
that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No.
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
You know we're gonna hand that perfume bottle to Doc Brown, and he's gonna zip off the DeLorean, and we're gonna be like, okay, so you aged at like 11 hours, right? And he's like, oh, I went back about 11 months. I've been waiting almost a year for this thing to come back.
Just hide it in there.
It'll be safe in there.
Not very hidden, but okay.
Nope, no green light yet.
Look, chat, it's fine. The game played an animation, therefore we know we're moving forward.
Yes, everything in this section is very complicated.
So is it possible to summarize in any way the plot so far?
Just Boxer says, does that car not have a glove compartment yet? I honestly don't know if a DeLorean would have had a glove compartment. It was like the Tesla Cybertruck of its day, so.
Yeah, kinda. It's the same reason why I didn't have the roll down windows. Because it was just like, oh no, internal air conditioning is the way of the future. You won't need to open the windows at all. We'll only add this little slot just so you can pay your toll fees and stuff.
It's supposed to have all of Doc's notes for building a time machine, but it's empty. If the real Doc were here, he'd probably say something like, "The timeline ripples have finally caught up with it. Hopefully once I fix everything, it'll be full again." It's a good thing these things never caught on.
Now there's something important I need to do at the lab. Still have not figured out the thing. I have played this game before. It was just last time in 2015.
I'm almost ready to go.
That's appropriate. of get the sense that they wanted to do more. Like they wanted it to make the writing snap a bit more. And
like, I have a theory about this game that their original intention was to have every episode take place in a different time period. So what I'm in now was supposed to be episode 3 when they would go back to 1931 again.
right.
But you'll see by the last episode, they visit 2 time periods like really close together, and it's like, oh, they ran out of episodes to fill all this stuff in. And also, when you go back to episode 1, you can see how they kind of stretched it out.
Mm-hmm.
And basically everything happens over 2 episodes, so it was like, I'm pretty sure what happened was they had all that planned. They did not have enough assets to actually finish episode 1 on time, so they instead just did what they had to in order to make episode 1 be filled out. And then ended up stretching everything, trying to make the plot work with the new episode length, and just ran out of time at the end.
Yeah, that sounds entirely plausible.
This thing reads Emmett's mind maps. Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
Looks like you got a lot.
Yeah.
So how do we get
So when
him
it's
to make
turned on,
like?
that helmet can really read your mind?
Not really. It's actually a little more than a simple Wheatstone bridge, measuring galvanic skin responses to various sensory stimuli.
Like those pictures you showed me?
Precisely. The theory is that good citizens will have positive reactions to positive figures, while bad citizens will have positive reactions to negative figures, and so on.
And it really works?
So far.
So I guess we need to get him to make like a bad mind map where he does all the negative responses.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we need to do here.
Prove that he's not a model citizen.
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Is this the dystopia chapter?
No, we already finished that.
Dystopia was chapter 3.
Aha, another thing I did not find while searching this room full of things to click on. Interesting.
Seems weird that a guy who's about to marry this woman would have a middling response to her image.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Oh. This thing is on.
Ew!
Oh.
It's a bad smell.
Most science smells very bad.
Bad feel, bad taste with the algae cakes.
Want an algae cake?
Sure. Oh. Ew.
Now you need like bad sound.
Have you tried the stew pot? I guess it
plug
would
my
cause a
guitar into
positive
that.
response.
Yeah, the stew pot is rabbit stew. We opened it before and it made him very happy with the smell.
The record player is good, but we don't have any other record. Don't have anything round that could just take the place of a record and make scratchy noises.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just do a DJ. Just put your hand up there and just.
Nah. It's a picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
How are these games with moon logic?
Not too bad.
Yeah, some parts are a little awkward, but
Oh, so it's recording his mental state to each image. So now he's got a negative response to Officer Parker. What is this supposed to be?
Cannon.
Oh.
Ah, that smells much better. Ah, that's the stuff.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of
Why is this exit right next to it?
my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky and say I am plucky, so jolly and carefree.
Innocent-looking child.
Hey, I remember that picture from Edna's apartment in 1986. It's a kid and a relative of Edna, so it's probably a positive figure.
I don't know, that child looks sus to me.
yeah.
Don't turn it off. This is my favorite part.
But I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent.
Want another?
Not right now. I need some time to recover from the last one.
That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky and say I am plucky,
Katie Hyena has subscribed for 18 months.
Oh,
Wow.
Hey there, you
Twins.
stinky
What are you
little
gonna name them?
bacteria.
It's just gonna keep repeating.
I think it's just gonna keep going.
Not gonna let me turn it off, so.
Ew. Trixie, I don't think Edna approves of her, so I guess she's a negative figure. Ah. It's almost bad enough. I just need one more wrong answer to drive Emmett's mind map all the way down to Kid Tannen's level.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Do it again.
Do it again. At least we know what to do this time.
Do you have to redo the whole thing again?
Yes.
Yes, that is in fact how punch cards work.
It's a picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
Can you compare it with the ones on the wall or something?
Wait, I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
Careful. Don't let all the flavor escape.
Drowning entity is raiding with a party of 2.
Oh, what's the running Eddie? What were you playing?
Ew.
Flo says, are we behavior training young Doc with shock and aromatherapy?
Yep.
We're not trying to change his behaviors. We're just trying to make his, like, card characteristics say that he's a terrible person. It's more like we're trying to fool the polygraph than we're trying to actually change the man. By the way, attack in your shoe. That's the trick.
Ew.
That smells good.
Team Snowgo says, "What is going on in the game? This is very odd out of context." So, our big goal we're trying to do here is we're trying to get
broken.
Doc Brown and Edna to split up. Because if they stay together, they're going to make a
Looks like I'm not going to be doing
terrible
any more mind
government
maps.
together.
Guess I'll test
A
this out.
dystopia.
Hope for the best.
So, we need
Logical.
to check off 3 boxes for Edna to believe that Emmett Brown is in fact a terrible person. We need to show that he's unfaithful.
Bingo.
We need to show
Now
that he's
Emmett's
a
mind map is
terrible
as bad as
citizen.
Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map, and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
I
And we
just say
need
that out
to
loud.
make him not. We need to make him look awful. If we get all 3 of these things, presumably they will split, and then life will go on as normal.
Okay, Emmett, get ready to meet the new you.
Hey,
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
So you save the world by being a dick to your mentor and ruining his life. To be fair, the Emmett Brown that this guy grows up into after he marries Edna is also saying we should do this. Like, he's lived that life for 50 years and he's like, I've regretted it. I need to go back and undo this. Please make me break up with Edna.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Still need the last thing for Trixie, so...
Yeah, we need the fur, which is the caveman display.
Yeah.
What does it say it's stuck on there with?
Far.
They're stuck tight in this tar.
Have anything that could dissolve the tar?
That volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair.
Well, wait long enough and it'll turn into petroleum.
It doesn't just turn into petroleum. You need to put a lot of pressure and a little bit of heat in it as well.
Hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into
I like how the
insignificance
quote-unquote
when we
T-Rex like there looks like one of those little
ponder our
dinosaur heads on a
past.
stick.
Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient
Tyrannosaurus.
winter. And if you find yourself drowning in debt, well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pits. This peek into the distant past is brought to you by Lamont's House of Urban, reminding you fur is forever.
T-Rex is even discovered in 1931. Yeah, I think the dinosaurs are mostly discovered in the late 19th century.
Yeah.
But there were some incredible fucking takes on what they were.
Yeah. Like, were there some dragon theories and such?
I mean, yeah, there were some dragon theories. There were some like humans used to be 50 feet tall kind of theories. There was like, I mean, Tyrannosaurus Rex is named as he is because everyone thought he like was literally the king of the dinosaurs. So it's like, oh, everyone bows down to this alpha male dinosaur, whatever the hell.
Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train? Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why,
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86.
A
Jeez,
network of
I hope
burrows
I still have
extends
a
a
truck back
mile
in
into the
'86.
earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families.
Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon.
We are most appreciative of your efforts.
So
Wait,
you
wrong
were the
G-Man.
registration guy for the expo?
And chief accountant and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she. Why'd you have to go and fire Trixie?
You think I wanted to? It's illegal for me to knowingly hire a Canadian for the job, and I don't want to be in trouble with the law again.
I don't suppose you miss working for Kit Tannen.
No siree, Bob. I don't know how I ever got mixed up with an abusive, gun-toting thug like that. He even stiffed me on overtime pay.
Think the Hill Valley Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't California have its own high-technology center?
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Canadians were illegal in this time. No, you need to understand, America in this time, jingoism was just like the normal thing.
Unlike today.
Uh-huh. Definitely unlike today.
Yeah.
Nope, no green light yet.
Do we paint it green?
Don't think that's it.
Paint it
I
green.
don't think so. I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Can you grab the solution again out of the DeLorean?
Can you use the algae cakes to
And
make
its
green
formula,
paint somehow?
Still as good as new. Never know when I might need to get some sticky substances out of some clothes.
Let's see if that works on the tar then. He's gonna be that obvious with his hint.
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, or the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we? If Jen and I ever strike it big, we're never wrapping these things around our necks.
Good.
Hey,
Gaudy.
Trixie,
Even the faux
are these
ones.
furs good enough?
You stole the mink stole.
They'll work.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long, he won't.
Great.
Okay, now you need to F up the white suit.
Hey, the light's green.
How about
means
that?
Doc can take the DeLorean out again. I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear. Yes?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short errand, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
Nobody notices this stuff.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
True, probably for like the last hour, there's been like 4 docs running around.
Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though. Nope, no green light yet.
The worst number is 2 of them, Miller, because then it's a pair of Doc.
It said you needed 11 hours, right?
12 hours.
Yeah, he's like 11 hours, 53 minutes, it's 12 hours.
You keep putting it in there.
Nope, no green light yet.
Dare you pop me.
Yeah?
How dare
When
they
is the
bop
expo
Jonas?
Till tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds!
Hey, buddy,
Oh, good. He's back.
you still cheesed off at Trixie?
Yeah, but I'm more cheesed off at whoever got her fired.
Oh. What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro.
Stay out of trouble, cue ball.
That's what I'm trying to do.
How's it going in here?
Great. I'm almost ready to go.
Emmett?
Yeah?
You can't marry Edna.
Why not?
You're too young to get married.
Nonsense. Back in the old country, a man my age already have 2 kids and a farm. Besides, what's the use of waiting when you're in love?
I just don't think Edna will make you happy in the long run.
Well, she makes me happy now, and that's what counts. And as for the future, well, the future isn't written yet.
You better hope it isn't. There's someone better out there. Trust me.
I know you mean well, but look at me. I'm an awkward teenager with poor social skills and a predilection for prattling on about obscure scientific minutiae. Frankly, it's a miracle that one woman has found me desirable. It could be decades before another one comes along.
Let's just drop it.
Fine.
You sure you don't want to take in a movie? I think you'll like it.
Strange as it may sound, I've got more pressing things to think about than going out to movies.
Okay. You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything else in here I need to do. Unless there is.
Unless there is! Yeah, I don't know. I love how there's no walkway or stairs or road or anything outside that door.
Actually.
You open the door and it's just the skybox. That's it.
Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
Yeah, but we still need to wait a few hours until the expo opens, so... What if we just give him back the spray bottle now?
You age it a few more hours?
I'm at my wit's end. My portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula's disappeared.
Can't you make more?
There's no time.
Don't worry. I'm sure it'll turn up soon.
Good. There's no way in God's green earth that I'm heading to that expo without it.
I'd better not return it yet. I might need it to clean something. If only this stuff was several hours older, I could use it to dissolve Emmett's suit.
So you need to age it and then give it back to him? How are you gonna age it again?
Flat grass texture.
It's not even the same grass texture as the area here.
Yeah.
Hey, the light's green.
How about that?
How about that?
Guess I did just need to take it back so that I could see that cutscene. That's slightly jank.
It's a bit arbitrary, isn't it?
To you.
Excuse me, my dear.
Not at all, Mr. Sagan. Take your time.
Much obliged, Miss Strickland. Yes?
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent. Let's hope this time my test run is a success. I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
Any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great!
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm stalling in there, you can... Uh-oh. Where did it go?
The lab!
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Age to perfection. Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Can I talk to Emmett? It's kind of important.
It'll have to wait until later. Emmett's got a lot to do before the expo opens. Isn't that right, darling?
You know it, Schnookums.
Schnookums?
You can talk to him later.
Can I go into the lab for a bit? I think I left something in there.
Sorry, but I'm afraid the lab is off limits until Emmett's finished tuning the mental alignment meter.
But...
No exceptions.
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Don't I wish?
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash?
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
It is?
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Yeah, skateboarding on grass.
What's all the hustle and bustle?
It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You thought of an easier way to break them up?
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and... in the timeline you're from...
The right timeline?
Yes, I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog, and a bitchin' time train, and...
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
Oh, well, Edna ends up...
Nick says, did I see a flash frame of them T-posing? Yeah, I saw it too.
You're not
For a
really
second, I
supposed to
thought it
know
was
these
the
things in
Discord
advance.
lag, and I'm just like, no,
it's bad
Discord can't
luck.
invent frames
You
like
told me
that.
how my story turns out.
Yeah,
And
but...
it's not as if I'll be in a position to do anything about it once my younger counterpart's destiny has shifted. I imagine I'll be folded into the new timeline, and I'll probably lose all memory of the old one.
Maybe.
So tell me, just to satisfy my curiosity, what's going to become of Edna?
To be honest, she ends up kinda... sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see. Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Yep.
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, you know, more healthy.
Just a little
Can you hear
totalitarian
yourself?
timeline is a
Do you
treat.
know what you're saying? Let me remind you. It was her influence that led you to take over Hill Valley and turn it into this nightmare state.
Come now, it wasn't as bad as all that. The crime rate was low, and the uniforms were nice.
I don't believe this.
Yep, I saw
All
it there
I'm saying
again.
is, let's stop and take a breath.
What's weird is that it's a Y pose.
Derail my younger self's love life. Is the short-term misery worth
People
the
don't use
long-term
Y poses
gain?
very often.
Maybe we can find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes.
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Oh, actual pay though. Probably shouldn't have let him go. Oh well.
Yeah, I really feel like Marty should be freaking the hell out here. He's like, wait, did I just get abandoned in 1931?
Well, if he actually does manage to break up Emmett and Edna, then the real Doc will come back and none of that will matter. So.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
Oh, hello, Sonny. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know. No telling how Edna's gonna react. Wish me luck. Oh, for Pete's sake.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have. Anti-stain formula, work your magic.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather's suit!
My formula!
Oh.
Look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
It's Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her, but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs, and take back this gaudy diamond,
Ouch.
too. I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna, I...
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am
proves
the man
everything.
you fell in love with.
Let me see that card. I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah. Maybe too great.
Oh no.
Emmett!
Is he just gonna wind up like a depressed loser?
Go away.
Come on, where are you? I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
The story is over.
Okay, Emmett, hold still. I know your emotions are running a little wild, but don't do anything crazy.
Emotions? What emotions? My emotions are dead.
If Drifter Claps is rating the party rate.
Hey, what's up, Drifter Claps? What game were you playing?
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
This guy Blake.
Stop!
What are you doing up here?
Don't jump!
I wasn't gonna jump.
Then what do you...
This is where I come when I want to think.
Oh.
When I want to be alone.
Oh. What are you thinking about?
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
You don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need... to get your mind off your problems. Go see a movie. I hear Frankenstein's pretty good.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
It's a very inspirational monster movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life. There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air, and see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing everywhere. It's amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your life.
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything anymore. And I never will.
Don't give me that. You care.
Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime.
We're all depending on you to pull it together. Why? You're gonna put Hill Valley on the map.
Oh, please. My greatest fear is that I'll end up frittering my life away in this miserable town.
Little column A, little column B.
You still care about inventing things.
Inventing is overrated. 99% hype, 10% fraud. Name one invention that ever did anybody any good.
How about...
The light bulb?
Think about Edison and the light bulb. That was a great invention.
Might have been.
Steam-powered loom.
Anything in this miserable world worth illuminating.
The automobile was a great invention, right? You love cars.
Yes. If I'm lucky, I may be struck by one today.
The telephone. Think how that invention has revolutionized the whole world.
Yes. Now a person can be rejected long distance.
Help me out here.
You're getting on my nerves, Crockett. At least you would be if I still cared about anything.
Me! You care about me, Doc.
You?
Yeah.
You did this to me.
What?
I was perfectly content drudging away in my dad's law office. You show up out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing, and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from under me and send me sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I love you, Sonny Crockett. Or is that even your real name?
Marty. My name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
I did it for fun.
You ruined my life for fun?
Yeah, that's how I get my kicks.
You bastard.
Yeah, absolutely needs to get Doc to purge his emotions here.
I was
So
going to be a great scientist.
Yeah, what a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow them.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, and look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you. Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me? My ideas.
Oh,
Scott, I've got it.
Got what?
The solution. My invention. I know how to make it work.
Mental alignment meter?
No, my airborne personal transport device.
The rocket car?
Not rockets at all. That was my mistake. The basic idea was sound, but the propulsion system was unworkable. But the lightning. Suddenly the answer is clear. It came to me all at once, like...
A bolt of lightning?
Exactly! Static electricity! Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of frictionless plates inside the... What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8!
Let's get the hell out of here before anything else happens.
What?
I said, let's get out of here before anything... Emmett!
What?
Can you climb up?
I'm afraid I can't find a convenient purchase for my upper limbs.
What?
No handhold.
Got anything useful on you?
Only my wallet. Oh, and this portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Oops.
Hey there, Gadworks. You're very welcome for the raid the other day. You got a cool stream.
Down from here.
Got any ideas for me?
I think I used up my quota for the day.
Hang in there.
Very funny.
It's not going anywhere. I can't swing on it while it's still attached to the statue. Emmett's solution. This stuff's dangerous. Emmett's helmet. I don't think he needs it now.
Ah, yes, the perfect adventure game thing. Somebody is hanging on a rope for their dear life, and you're just looking at a thing on the ground being like, this thing, I probably don't need it.
yeah.
Hold on!
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
Suspense doesn't really exist in these kinds of games.
Nah. Well, like, action-y suspense doesn't really work. I feel like you can make suspense that works for adventure games.
Yeah, I mean, you could have like a tense atmosphere.
That's why I feel like...
You can, it's just, you really need like a very specific set piece in order to,
It's not
I feel like
going anywhere.
Cosmic Horror works very well for adventure games, just because, at their best, they are very
This spray would
slow-burning
reach all the
anyway.
way over there.
Some point-and-click games have timers, and if you don't do stuff in time, you die and have to start the section over.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
Let's get out of here.
Your pants! They're stuck!
Do something.
I think it
before
happened in full throttle at the end.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
no, there's a,
What are you doing?
Trust me! Hold on!
What did you say your name was again?
Marty,
Marty? Thanks.
don't mention it.
Tungsten. The catalyst will need to be made out of tungsten, given the temperature within the converter will no doubt be intense. We'll have to harvest the filaments from all the light bulbs in my house.
Your invention. You think you can finish it before the end of the expo?
Think? I've got to. My future depends on it.
Then let's go.
Of course, the oscillating plates will need to be calibrated precisely. Even the slightest misalignment could cause the magnetic field to fluctuate in intensity, leading to sudden shifts in polarity. The results could conceivably be catastrophic.
Who cares?
My thought exactly. Science should be messy and unpredictable, or else where's the fun of it?
Roscoe says Walking Dead, right? Well, Walking Dead was one of them. I think the Batman game got a lot of flack for that.
Mr. Sagan, got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least the DeLorean's mundane terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
There, my dear, don't worry. I'm sure it will all turn out well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe I should get a cat.
Nonsense. I can state with nearly 100% certainty that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
How can you know that?
I think you'll find I know almost everything worth knowing about you and young Emmett and his friends. Tell me, how much do you know about Sonny Crockett?
Yeah, you don't want to be on the bad side of the time traveler.
Let me explain it again. I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable. It was science. She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. If Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Doc.
Don't get into science. That way you never invent the time machine, and that way that... Oh, no.
The correct one. Dream episode 5. Come on, game capture, do the thing. Capture the game. Capture the game.
Come on, you can do it. Come on,
Come on now. Come on.
Do it, OBS. We believe in you.
Look, if you capture for the rest of the stream, we'll go get McDonald's afterwards, alright? Just stop complaining and pretend you're having an okay time, and then we'll go get chicken nuggets.
Aw. Nuggies. Damn, that's good. Thanks, Miller.
I'm very glad I don't think my parents ever took me to a kind of thing where they had to like bribe me with McDonald's to stop.
You know, Mom and Dad regularly dangled Burger King as a reward for us when we were kids, and I regret it so much.
That's not happening. I'll have to turn on the display capture. Let's see.
Like one of my foundational childhood memories I have is of my father. We did this several weeks over a couple of years. In the summer, he would take me and my sister. We would go get McDonald's for lunch, and then we would go to this college that had these big soccer fields. And he and his friends would play Ultimate Frisbee. My sister would usually just like sit around and read a book or something, and then sometimes I would join in and play the Frisbee as well. You'll get fast food as a reward. The most I get was ice cream for straight A's. think I got video games for good grades. I can't remember what I actually got for good grades. Maybe just not being yelled at.
I got a slight smile from Dad, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, like the little half smile, like, good job.
I don't think I even got that.
Yay! Thumbs up.
Yay! Father's always been a very miserable person. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. How's everybody doing in the chat tonight?
Green says, I got a rock.
You know, once in a while they'd make me little, like, printed out things that said, good job with, you know, rockets and stars and stuff, I guess. So that's something. Did Marty dress in his... Did he sleep in his clothes?
Marty!
He probably doesn't have anything else.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Emmett,
He didn't have to wear the
where are
suit
you?
while he was sleeping.
Down at the expo. I snuck out early to avoid my pop.
I mean, they did, or else they would have had to make up a new model for him.
Of myself, he'd hit the roof.
Well, stay put. I'm on my way.
Great, but first I need you to perform an important mission. On the table next to my law books, there's a device plugged into the wall.
I think I see it.
Is it glowing?
Yeah. Is that good?
Good. It's fantastic. Glowing means my static accumulator is charged up and ready for action. Bring it down to the high school and we'll... Damn.
What?
It's Edna.
But... Okay, Emmett. One static accumulator coming up.
Was that a dial? Okay.
Yep, dial tone on a walkie-talkie.
Jeez, Doc. Watch out. You almost ran me over.
Sorry about that, Martin. This vehicle is sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? After that argument about Emmett last night...
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
So, how are the time circuits?
Still broken. I've got a few ideas, but I'm occupied with other problems today. So is that what I'm destined to build for the expo?
Yeah, it's a static accumulator. Emmett spent all night building it. Turned out he didn't really need to see Frankenstein after all. He just needed a little push. And some lightning.
Fascinating. I also had an epiphany last night.
Doc?
I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable.
Doc!
It was science.
You can't give up science. You love science.
Correction. My younger self loves science. But if Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Another path? What other path?
I don't know. Architecture, automobile repair, taxidermy. Maybe I'll even pursue a life in law like my father always wanted. As long as Emmett steers clear of science, Edna and I will be free to be happy together.
You can't want Emmett back with Edna. She used you to turn Hill Valley into a police state.
She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. But if I don't become a scientist, she'll never get the chance to vent her crazier ambitions.
Doc, I'm begging you. You haven't thought this through.
Haven't I? I guess we'll both find out. One thing's for sure, Emmett Brown's life will be a whole lot less complicated without a time machine in it.
No! Ah! What the hell? Where'd it go?
There's that sci-fi wobby noise.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
Bedlam at Brown divorce hearing. Wife takes potshot at estranged hubby, famed industrialist Emmett Brown. I don't believe it. He's still fated to marry her.
Interesting.
Okay, so it's like if that static accumulator is powered by magnetics and it's like pushing off of the Earth's magnetic field, It would literally be so strong that like every metal telephone pole would be sucked into it like a black hole.
Yeah, little static thingy.
It'd be amazing.
Just for it to suspend its own weight, not even suspending anything else.
It's like the nuclear blast in Satisfactory. It's just very highly localized. Very highly localized. Modern marvel.
I can't reach it.
Powered by plutonium. Mask says you're sciencing too hard, Miller. Stop all the sciencing.
Okay, so the Earth's magnetic field is 50 microteslas. And in order to suspend 20 kilograms...
Gotcha!
I forget, did they ever figure out room temperature diamagnetism? I know they had like the...
Future is coming today. There's a shiny new tomorrow on the way. A day of invention is at hand. It's a mystic, futuristic wonderland. Just around the bend, my friend, you'll see a dream or two. If you care to dream and dare to dream, your dreams can all come true. There's a world of wondrous wonder on display. Because the future is coming today.
Not bad, eh? Not bad at all, but I thought you fired her.
I found a loophole.
What kind of loophole?
Just a loophole. You're not the only one who's allowed to have secrets, you know.
All right.
Say, don't you have to get that whatchamacallit to Emmett Brown's booth?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
Because the future is coming. It's almost here now. The future is coming. It's getting clear now. The future is coming today.
Who wants to guess what the loophole that already found was? It's pretty obvious when you think about it.
Emmett's static
I
accumulator.
don't know if she doesn't claim to be Canadian.
No. That's the way that you get a Canadian to be an American, really quickly.
Marry her?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Excuse me, Mr.
Duto, Jacques Duto, at your service.
Could I get a ride in that bathysphere?
Certainement, if you've got a ticket.
Jacques Duto, famous diver. So you're some kind of celebrity?
I do not like to brag, but I have a small following, yes.
I guess people are always bugging you for autographs, huh? Asking you to tell them stories about your adventures and stuff.
It gets a bit old, but I can always retreat to the depths. The fish are much less demanding.
See you around.
Theremin booth.
Yep, that certainly is a theremin.
There's supposed to be one bar sticking outward. Not... Oh, it's fine.
Well...
There's several different designs for a theremin.
Are there... Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, you could technically put the bars however you want to.
Alright, well, in my defense, your face.
I think that's supposed to be a clock.
And here he comes, right on cue. No doubt he'll try to talk you out of it, Detective, but you mustn't let your resolution waver.
Hello, Crockett.
What's going on here?
Well, Miss Strickland here seems to think,
You should step aside and let the officer do his duty. Now.
Wait a minute, that's Emmett's levitator up there.
Oh, don't be so modest. I'd say you deserve at least half the credit. It was you who tricked poor Emmett into breaking up with me. It was you who manipulated him into dropping my project in favor of this clear hazard to public safety.
The electrokinetic levitator was Emmett's idea. I just helped. What's your point?
Oh, I think you know exactly what my point is. Emmett's invention isn't going to work, is it? At least not the way poor Emmett thinks it is.
How do you know this?
I had a very interesting chat with Carl Sagan last night. I found out who Sonny Crockett really is, and where he comes from.
Is there something you want to tell me, Sonny?
Why don't you call him by his real name? Yakov Smirnov.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
An anarchist! A foreign agitator bent on sowing chaos and destruction in the Hill Valley Expo!
Annie, you don't believe any of this bullshit, do you?
Sorry, Yakov, but I really don't have a choice.
Very good. And now, arrest this subversive.
Come here.
Come here. I'm gonna arrest you. Come here, buddy.
Here's the
It's
thing.
arresting time.
I happen to believe this dame's got a screw loose. But she's been getting some clout in town, ever since that business with Kid Tannen.
But Emmett's gotta fly that electrokinetic levitator at this demo. His whole future depends on it.
And my future depends on making sure he doesn't. The chief reads her column religiously. Well, if I don't do what she says, she's gonna start a campaign to have certain tainted officers removed from the force.
Isn't there anything I can do?
Not unless you've got some dirt on Edna. Something that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law. Well?
I'll dig something up.
You do that. In the meantime, you and young Mr. Brown better... where is he anyway?
Wait, you haven't seen him?
Emmett? Has this foreign radical done something to my Emmett?
Maybe you should find him.
Oh, you're letting him go? This radical subversive? Just like that?
Okay, so I gotta find Emmett. And do something about Edna.
I have to get dirt on Edna while not being able to leave the expo. Definitely an adventure game.
Come on, Emmett, where are you?
Barricade. I can't pass this barricade.
I can't believe Danny let himself get bullied into shutting down Emmett's booth.
Fucking love those people who think mufflers are a foreign concept and don't belong in the real world.
The phone booth of the future.
Welcome to the phone booth of the future, made with Atlas glass. Atlas, unbreakable and soundproof. Our phone is hands-free, so you can enjoy a sandwich or a cigarette while chatting with friends in perfect privacy. Would you like to place a call?
Yes, I'd like to talk to...
Unfortunately, this phone booth only accepts incoming calls.
Roscoe, what did you do? That's not the place you put your chat messages.
Hi, Trixie.
That's techni to you, kiddo.
Right. Congratulations on getting the old job back.
Thanks. Justice triumphs in the end, you know? Now what can I do you for?
So, which exhibits do you recommend?
The most popular attraction.
I can refund that. Hold on while I go through the points.
And of course,
I haven't cleared this list in a month. Oh
You
no.
know who that is under
Have
the
to go through them all.
That's Jacques Duteau himself. Of course, you need to get tickets if you want to see the main attractions.
Probably use my mod bit and like
How much are
actually do
tickets?
housekeeping every now and then.
Put your money away.
That's whatever.
You're kind of like family now, you know?
Thanks. You seen Emmett around? I'm kind of worried that he's not
There
in
we
his
go.
booth.
Done. See, it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, he wandered down that way a little while ago. He was talking real intense with another guy.
Older guy? Looked a lot like Emmett in the face?
Yeah, uncle or something?
Or something. Look, Emmett's demonstration has hit a snag or two. Can you delay his act for a while? Let someone else go before him?
Sorry, I don't set the roster, and they won't let me change it. I can drag my feet a little, but if your friend's not ready to go on pretty soon, we might have to skip his act. I mean, demonstration.
But you can't.
Hey, it's just a science demo. It ain't a matter of life and death.
What time is Emmett supposed to go on?
Let's see, 8 kilobeats past 50. We're on metric time here at the Hill Valley Expo.
Edna Strickland is trying to get Emmett's booth shut down.
That dame don't know how to mind her own business, does she?
Is there anything you can do to get Emmett's booth open again?
I wish there was, but I'm just a muse. All we can do is inspire people.
Okay, you're a muse. Can you inspire me an idea?
I'll try. Well?
Maybe it doesn't take effect right away. Artie told me how you managed to get your old job back.
He did? But it was supposed to be a secret.
There's no secrets between us. He couldn't resist telling such a good story.
Yeah?
Still, I'd like to hear it again, from your point of view.
He didn't tell you anything.
Come on, Trixie. I'm dying to know how you got the job back.
You won't hear it from me. I don't talk out of turn.
Thanks.
Happy to help.
Are you ready for picture radio?
Are you ready for a picture radio? Wonder if that's anything like MTV.
No.
That's amazing.
I remember
Is that
one of the designs for television that was being tested in the 30s was a giant rotating. It was a giant rotating thing that basically had like what a. It was a very low resolution picture. So it was basically completely useless, and the entire box had to be like 4 times bigger than the picture itself could be.
Act casual. He's coming back.
Futuristic weapon.
The electro pacifier.
Amazing, isn't it? They say one day we'll be able to stun fleeing criminals by shocking them at a distance.
Does it work?
Nah, it's just a model.
Why does it look like a Halo machine gun?
Potted plant.
How can you...
A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
It's a bug.
No, a plant. But it's got a wire recorder hidden inside, see? If we could have got one of these into Tannen's speakeasy, and if he's the kind of guy who talks to plants, we could have busted him a lot earlier.
It's a bug. No, it's a plant. No, it's a wiretap. It's like,
Hello,
no, these are,
Smirnoff.
yeah, those are all words for it.
Now, there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Oh, yes.
Mr. Duteau?
Oui?
Take me into the bathysphere. Oh, wait.
I'm looking for a friend of mine, Emmett Brown. Tall young guy, reddish brown hair.
Distracted look.
That's him. Any idea where he went?
He just passed by here with an older gentleman. I think they were headed into the House of Glass.
Great, thanks.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where a man's home is truly his castle. Here, gratification is just always a push of a button away.
Aha.
This plant doesn't belong here. There's nothing futuristic about it.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, we have to get those synthetic plants. That'll be futuristic. We gotta get aluminum
Fully
plants.
equipped home
That's the metal of the
entertainment
future.
center. So, where's the ColecoVision?
In the house of the future, fresh fruit baskets will be replenished daily by fleets of fruit-bearing helicopters.
It's wax.
is literally the thing that they use in Back to the Future too.
Yeah.
In the House of the Future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Hey!
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Klondike 4253.
Hill Valley Expo, where the future is coming today. This is Techni Muse of Progress. To whom am I speaking?
Hi, Trixie. It's me, Sonny.
Oh, hi. What can I do for you?
Oh, nothing. I was just checking out this snazzy phone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Conversation terminated.
Greetings again, mortals. This is Techni Muse of Progress. Hoping you're all having a swell time taking in all the exhibits. Don't forget, you can purchase tickets to our main attractions right here at the information booth.
Oh.
It's an adventure game. It only advances when I'm doing stuff.
What? There's no failure conditions? Then it's not a video
Chinese checkers
game!
and everything. Hey! Emmett, come out of there! Don't listen to him!
I feel like it'd be hard to top the dictatorship episode.
Yeah.
Then
Perfect.
thing about not meeting yourself?
Yeah, that's right.
I
When
think
you
that might only count if you recognize yourself.
Oh, I see.
Even that, I thought it was kind of like, would you really like faint dead away if you met yourself?
See, I always thought it was
Okay,
like
Emmett,
the
let's get you out of here. Emmett!
Red Alert 2 thing.
Emmett, don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm still not sure about this business proposal, Mr. Sagan.
Let me explain it again.
Atlas glass, unbreakable and soundproof.
Soundproof glass. Great.
Our living space can be configured to meet the needs of any family. Need a private
I'll be right
study?
back.
Simply slide the walls in, or slide
This area feels
What
like...
is the Red Alert 2 thing?
banquet hall.
This area feels like a section in a kids' game show from the 90s.
Yeah. The Red Alert 2 thing is Nazi scientists are losing the war, and then they invent a time machine, and they go back to meet Albert Einstein in like the 30s, and they shake hands with him, and as soon as they shake hands with him, Albert Einstein just goes poof and turns into dust. And then they travel back to the present, and they're like, the Allies no longer have nuclear weapons because they don't have Einstein helping them. So now we can win the war. And then the plot of Red Alert 2 happens, where it's the Allies, the Soviets, and the Rising Sun Empire are the three major factions in the war. And we get beautiful FMVs with George Takei. Fuck, I can't remember what the guy's name was. Big guy. Space! That was from that game.
Didn't Einstein have limited involvement with the creation of nuclear weapons, though?
I guess the idea of the game is that he was responsible for the theories. Look, the game is incredibly camp, okay? Don't worry about it too much. It was the Soviets that evaporated Einstein. Right, not the Nazis. It was the Soviets that made the time machine and traveled back. And then they came back and it's like, okay, it's the Soviets, the Allies, and then Japan became their own power because apparently they had mechs in 1945. Red Alert 2 was so dumb and yet so fun.
Ah, he fell for the old chloroform trick.
Oh no. Whole series is done. Yeah, that bit is 3. Am I conflating Red Alert 2 and 3?
Back.
Damn it. Where'd you take him now, Doc?
Oh, I am. I'm thinking of Red Alert 3. Fuck.
And you were talking
Chat,
about
you
were
should
talking
know
about
by
Tim
now.
Curry.
Yes, I was talking about Tim
Excuse
Curry.
me, sir. I'm looking for a tall, thin, older gentleman. He might have been.
Chat,
with
you
a
should know by
tall,
now. I
thin,
have
younger
absolutely
gentleman.
no ability to recall things and get facts wrong all the time.
Hey, just left about a minute ago.
I blame the me stupid.
Cash that.
Take off your helmet.
I prefer to leave it on. The inland air is difficult on my sinuses.
I know you're in there, Doc.
Doc? Yes, I am a doctor of marine biology, but I fail to understand what you're...
Quit fooling around, Doc. What have you done with
Stop! Help! I'm being attacked!
Sonny! What are you doing? You can't assault the exhibitors!
You don't understand. He's kidnapped Emmett.
The boy's obviously confusing.
I'll say he is.
You want I should toss him out on his ear?
That won't be necessary. Do you know who that is? That's Jacques Duteau of the Oceanic Institute.
No, it's not. It's...
Please, keep it down. The Expo went through a lot of trouble and expense to secure Professor Duteau. We can't afford to antagonize him. But if you've got a complaint against him, we can straighten it out after the show. But if you make another scene like that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have you expelled from the hall.
Professor Duteau, huh?
At your service.
What have you done with the real Professor Duteau?
I'm not sure I like your insinuations.
I'm not sure I like you kidnapping Emmett.
Perhaps I should call the authorities and have you removed from the hall.
You're a cold-blooded guy, Duteau.
C'est la vie.
Where'd you stash Emmett? In the diving bell?
It's called a bathysphere.
Aha! So Emmett is in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I'm gonna take a closer look at that bathysphere.
Not without a ticket, I'm afraid, sir.
Hey! Is this guy trying to bum a free ride?
No.
See that you don't. Feels good to be on the right side of the law.
Take a ride in a bathysphere. Your bathysphere. I'd like to see the inside of it.
Can't get in without a ticket, I'm afraid.
You're not gonna get away with this, you know.
As they say in my country, que sera, sera.
Next up on our roster, a man who saw the possibilities in pond scum. Welcome, Ernest Fiddlepot!
Thanks, Trixie, Technique. I'm truly honored to be here today among all you pointy-headed type people. Like the lady said,
Wow, it's Gilbert
Is
Gottfried.
that, yeah, is that somebody doing a Gilbert Gottfried impression?
is a mysterious and little-known biological entity. Through diligent study and countless hours of experimentation, I believe I have unlocked the secrets of this noble vegetable.
Give me a break.
I am here to present my discoveries to a disbelieving world. Algae cakes, ladies. and gentlemen, is the next
Bits, the bits, the bits.
The bits. The bits.
Vitamins A through J, along with enough protein to choke a horse. Up till now, people haven't been getting the
Greetings, forward
A lot of music for a lot of nothing.
Where were we?
Well,
speak of the...
Hey, Danny, can I have a word with you?
Comrade Smirnov, come to turn yourself in?
In private?
With pleasure.
With delightful fresh flavor. I
Ling, 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 ling.
every one of you to come by my booth.
You've got to let Emmett demonstrate his invention. His whole future depends on it.
Well, I'd love to, kid, but Miss Strickland thinks it's dangerous. And unless you've got something on her, her word is pretty much law.
Oh my gosh, Jonas, do you know what time it is?
found Emmett.
Is it time for a hype train?
Where is it?
We haven't had one
Sam
in
gets
quite a
kidnapped and
season,
dumped
but
into the
here it is.
bathysphere.
Choo
What?
choo.
Listen, Sonny, or Yakov, or
Damn,
whatever your
that's
name
weird.
is, I like you. And I may even owe you one or two. But you're not helping anything by making up crazy stories like a certain...
Can we get to
crazy
level
lady
2 in just
reporter
4
I
little
mentioned?
minutes?
But
if you want to help Emmett, get him over here and get Edna off my back.
Come on, chat, I know you can do it. Let's break the hype train record. It's what, like level 18 or something?
When does anyone in Hill
that, yeah.
Valley listen to what
Sure you
Edna
can do
has
it.
to say?
Ever since she helped take down Kid Tannen, she's had the mayor and the city council eating out
Oh,
of
it's
her hands.
inching closer.
Idiot to ignore her, especially with my
Cut.
alcohol.
We must have more power. We can't
wish I
travel
could
back in
catch her
time without
jaywalking
more
or something.
power.
I'd throw the
And our
book at her.
time machine's powered by
Never catch
bits
a dame like that
and
with the law,
subs
darn it.
The bits.
and prime subs.
The bits.
Remember, you can take money directly out of Bezos' wallet.
That's right.
Thanks.
You two can
I'll
strike
be back.
back
Well, I
at
hope so.
mediocre real world
Get
Lex
this
Luthor.
albatross off my neck.
Hell, did you put the screws to him? Did he confess?
Oh my god. The hype has been fulfilled.
Thank you, Ernest. Do be sure to drop by his booth and sample an algae cake. I have, and it was very interesting. I will be back later to highlight another of our fine exhibitors. See you soon.
Level 1 complete. Bask in the fulfillment,
Please
ladies
leave
and
me
gentlemen.
alone
You
to
have
do my
contributed to
job.
the hype.
In a minute, I'm not quite through yet.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where a man's home is truly his castle. Here, gratification is just always a push of a button away.
Missed a part. What happened before she changed the name signs?
We got a flower.
Apparently I can't just put it back where it was.
The flower is the carrot from Zootopia.
What's
Finger
this?
says, did someone say hype? And they hit the level 2.
My god, that's twice as much hype as level 1.
Is it?
Okay.
Yes,
call me
it
a snoop.
is. Announcers never lie.
Here's my ticket. I want to see inside that bathysphere.
I don't think so.
What do you mean? I've got a ticket. You have to honor my ticket.
It's the wrong kind of ticket. Sorry.
Oh, give me a break.
The next exhibitor on our list is Officer Danny Parker of the Hill Valley Police Force. Officer
Oh,
Parker
yeah,
is
okay,
going to
yeah,
demonstrate
we
a
completed
few of
level
the
2 and are now on level 3.
tools that our boys in blue will
Just
soon
as
have at
just
their
as chat
disposal.
noted.
The criminal element has truly met his match today. Officer
whatever.
Parker? It seems our next exhibitor is unavoidably detained, but I'm sure his presentation would have been both enlightening and exciting. How about a round of applause just for the heck of it?
At what level does it get too much hype?
Act casual. He's coming back.
Danny, can I talk
I don't
to
think it
Edna
has
for
an
a minute?
actual
My
ceiling.
guest. I'd like a couple
No,
minutes
there's
of
no
quiet.
actual ceiling, but I think it's like exponential.
What's this about?
So like to get to level 19 or whatever is the current record, you would need like
A lot.
$100,000 in like 10 minutes or something. Which even the most lucrative streamers I've ever seen or events, like nothing ever gets that.
Why'd you go and get Emmett's invention sealed up like that?
I had no choice. Once Mr. Sagan told me about your attempts to radicalize my poor Emmett, I knew I had to stop him from going through with your dangerous invention.
But it's his invention, and it's not dangerous. Okay, maybe it's a little dangerous.
Not with
but
that
only to him.
attitude, Miller.
That's for the authorities to decide.
I know your deep, dark secret.
Secret? What secret?
You know, what you were whispering about with Carl Sagan yesterday.
You overheard?
Sure I did. And you did a really
Marty's
lousy
hair shadows
job
are
at,
weird.
burying the body.
Oh, you didn't hear a thing. What I was talking about with Carl Sagan is between me and Carl Sagan.
So was Edna just a jerk in every episode, or something?
She was a bit better in episode
Do you see Mr.
2.
Sagan around here anywhere?
No, and I wouldn't tell you if I had. He's more than a little scared of your
She was a bit
anarchistic
uptight, but she
tendencies.
wasn't as much like oppressive. Like she had her own
See,
morals,
Trixie
and
Trotter
she was
got her
trying
old
to.
job back.
Oh, I know! I tried to have it out with Arthur McFly, but he refuses
Kinda
to
like talk
explain
over this
himself.
stuff.
Apparently, he discovered some sort of loophole that allows that Canadian to retain her position. Well, the Ladies' Decency Society shall hear about this. Make no mistake.
I think her idle
Miss Parker's
movements
so
make
willing
it
to
look
do
like
your
she's.
bidding.
Well, the good detective knows that he owes his current rise through the ranks to my reporting on his behalf.
Oh,
He also knows that I could just as easily pen an exposé about his previous nights of drunken debauchery and evidence tampering.
you're blackmailing him?
Reporters don't blackmail, Mr. Smirnoff. We look out for the public interest.
Why are you
Well,
still
Nick the
involved
Drago,
in
she's
Emma's
worse
life?
than a Karen.
I think you
She
broke up
actually
with her.
tries to do something
But then
to
your
force
friend,
the
Mr.
world to
Sagan told me about your
work
scheme
the
to
way she
interfere with
wants.
Our romance. Not a very nice thing to do, Comrade Smirnoff.
Karens just complain, but then they don't actually do anything. She's even worse because she's
Okay,
actually
this is
trying to
pointless.
force people
I've gotta find
to
Emma.
live how she wants them
Stay
to.
away from him, you anarchist hooligan.
A dictator? You know what? That might be a word for it, considering what the last episode was like.
Was this another advancement of hype? The hype is reaching
Emmett's
dangerous
stack
levels.
accumulator. I gotta get this to Emmett, but first, I gotta get Emmett.
In fact, that was all the hype we have. Thank you so much, chat. You'll get some hype emotes.
We hope you've enjoyed tonight's hype voice. I sure have. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, hold on, put that away, or else your license is gonna run out on it.
Hey, Artie, what do you think? Quite a setup, huh?
The expo?
Proboscis.
Sure, but I was wondering.
What about that
Ticket
fruit
to any
flavored
exhibit on the
fusion?
floor, right?
Oh, it's a fruit
that's a
flavored
pea ticket.
fusion.
Well, the guy at the aquarium is refusing to honor it.
There must be some mistake. Come on, let's straighten this out. Professor Duteau, this young man claims you refused to take his ticket.
Not at all. I am only too happy to take his ticket. Please, climb the ladder, and I will raise the bathysphere.
Well, now he's gonna try to kill Marty.
Yeah, well,
Mon Dieu,
that's a problem that we can face once we get there.
the gears, They must have become stuck. I am afraid I cannot raise the bathysphere at this moment.
What a shame.
Yes, it is. Well, I will work on that problem. Perhaps if you come back later. Come down, please. The bathysphere. Step back! You're crimping the hose.
What does it matter if there's nobody in the bathysphere?
It's very bad form.
Oh, sorry.
It's an old nautical superstition that crimped hose means imminent doom.
It does
Artie
if there's
is just
somebody
gonna
inside
kill
the
someone.
bathysphere, But I thought you said there wasn't anybody in the bathysphere.
There's not. I command you uncrimp that hose.
Funny. You'd think it was you who was running out of air, not the guy in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's as if you two were connected somehow. Hey! I'm just gonna keep holding this air tube closed until you raise the bathysphere.
I wish you wouldn't.
Why not? There's nobody in the
I feel like
bathysphere,
this is
right?
kind of a risky way to go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it
You
is.
ready to drop the act now, Jacques Cousteau, aka Carl Sagan, aka...
No!
Emmett gets no air until you raise the bathysphere.
Emmett? Who?
Emmett, you.
Think you have to exit this
I'm just gonna keep holding
conversation.
this air tube closed. Why not? You know what happens when the air runs out, to both of you.
Step off the hose!
Raise the Can't you see he's messing with us? There's nothing wrong with those gears.
Monsieur Dutot is doing his best to fix the exhibit. Hovering over him like that doesn't help the situation any.
He's running out of air, Doc, and you're running out of time. Let him out.
I won't do it! So long, the years, they have become unstuck.
There, see? It was just a malfunction after all.
Let's get you out of there.
Emmett Brown? Then it was true. Hey, you.
Hey, he just took that guy's wallet. I think he took his wallet.
Oh, remind me not to become
Apology
an
gag.
oceanographer. I guess I must have a touch of claustrophobia. Never should have gone in there.
Well, we've all got problems. Now, you'd better get back to your booth
Funny
before...
thing is, I don't even remember going in there. Last thing I recall, I was in the glass house talking to Carl Sagan. Did you know he's really a scientist?
I'd heard. What did he say to you?
Oh, he had some sort of spur-of-the-moment business proposition. It was all very rush. I never got the details. It would have meant leaving before the expo was over, so I told him that... Say, where'd he go? Do you know?
Carl Sagan? He had to leave. One of his experiments blew up on him.
No, I know how that is. What's this?
Oh, yeah. Edna made Detective Parker shut down your booth. He says he can't go against her.
Oh, yeah?
Unless we dig up some dirt that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law. So that's what we'll do.
Rick, we're after midnight.
The time to save.
See.
And And it is time to raid.
I don't know. You got anybody?
Do we have somebody?
Rad's on
Man, I
break.
tell you what, we got so many peoples. They're peopling all over the place.
That's a lot of peopling.
And we just time travel to tomorrow and complete the game.
How about this one?
That
we
is quite
go
a good
watch
idea.
some Majora's Mask randomizer with Miss Jackie.
Ms. Jackie. Everybody go say hi to the kitty. And we will catch you next time for probably the conclusion of the game. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we're already about halfway through chapter 5, so yeah.
Nice. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good
night, everyone.
See you next time. Have a good night.